Good morning, Wyvern, and welcome to this week's assembly, the last assembly of this half term. We're going to focus on teaching and learning part of your school life that's been going on obviously over the last half term. Now, in all of these, we always talk about our objectives and our real key objectives over the course of your whole education at Wyvern is about ensuring high quality education continues in and out of school, and that you continue to take the opportunities that we provide for you to consolidate your learning outside of school. Now, around that, we talk about being professional learners at Wyvern. We talk about having grit, we talk about having responsibilities, we talk about having opportunities, we talk about gaining the wisdom and using our thinking tools so that in the end we have high achievement, you have high achievement for yourselves. Now, over this half term, we've had to all be incredibly professional learners. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you and to thank your parents for supporting you and those of you who are the professional learners of our community and taking every opportunity to involve yourselves in the high quality teaching that is going on in school in very different ways. And obviously that then leads to the high quality learning that's going on. Now, this half term has required an awful lot of grit, an awful lot of resilience, and an awful lot of responsibility on your behalf to take advantage of the hard work that your teachers have put in over these last 6 weeks. There's been plenty of opportunities, and the way in which lessons have been planned have given you lots of opportunities to progress, to consolidate, and to make sure that you can be the very best that you can possibly be in all of your subjects. So I just want to go back through and talk a little bit about the rationale, the reasoning behind the way in which your remote learning provision is set up and has been set up for the last 6 weeks. Your OneDrive, there, I've put the little logo there that I hope you are a little bit sick of seeing. That OneDrive has become your desk over the last 6 weeks. It's the thing that you open on a morning and you get out from your folders the different lessons, the different work for each lesson per day. Now, we said right from the very start that it was really important to follow your timetable so that you stayed in that routine of learning. And we realise we're in a pandemic, things change, but if you just had that sort of mentality of working through lesson by lesson that you would have on that day, that would keep you in some kind of system so that your learning became more effective. And obviously when you get back to school, it continues to be as effective as possible. Now, your OneDrive has been that base for all of your lessons so that there's consistency across the school, so that it doesn't take you longer to work out where your lessons are than actually doing the lessons themselves. So just like when you go into a classroom at Wyvern, when you're actually in the physical building, you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get your bell task, you know you're going to get tasks and activities, you know you're going to get the wisdom from your teachers. That's exactly the same as what's been happening over this period of lockdown. You go to your OneDrive, you open your lesson, you get your teacher talking at you about what the lesson's about, you get your bell task, you get told where the tasks are, where the activities are, and the expectations of each activity, each task, and what needs handing in when. Now, that's all very well and good for using OneDrive, but there are other mechanisms of which come from OneDrive as well. So sometimes when you go onto the OneDrive, you get pointed in the direction of GCSE Pod, Sam Learning, Google Classrooms, log on to Teams. So we've also got what are called educational platforms as well. Now, one of the brilliant things that about educational platforms such as GCSE Pod and Sam Learning means that you get that immediate feedback. So you do a task, you listen to some pods, you listen to some videos, you do some work on those educational platforms, and that work gets submitted straight away to your teacher, and you get a score back to you as well. So straight away you can feel that sense of accomplishment. You can see that, and it builds up the motivation and your responsibility and your grit to make sure that you can carry on going. It adds that variety to your teaching day as well if you've got activities set on those platforms as well. So that's the same with Google Classroom with Teams as well, obviously, because your teachers can see straight away what you've logged on to, they can see straight away what you're doing, they can provide that instant feedback as well, which is so important for motivation. So we've got our normal lessons going on that are recorded over on OneDrive, and we've got that educational platform that provides you with that immediate feedback, rather than having to wait for your teacher to mark your work or send you feedback via email, which I know that they really love doing, but that does take time. The other platforms really help with that and give you that variety, so you are doing something a little bit different. Now, recently, obviously, we've also gone on to our real-time lessons, which uses Zoom, and we've gone for using the platform of Zoom to make sure it's as easy as possible for you. So an email from your class teacher to tell you at the time of your lesson tomorrow, or the time of your lesson on Friday, you will get a certain lesson on Zoom. You get your link, you click on, and for those of you that have been part of those real-time lessons, you'll know that they work in exactly the same way as a normal lesson, but you use the chat function to talk to and communicate to your teachers, answer questions, do all of that. And there's lots of different things that are going on with real-time lessons as well, but that's really important that you log on at the time of your lesson to those lessons as well, if they are offered to you and when they are offered to you, because the most amazing thing with how we're using real-time lessons at Wyvern is that they've been specially chosen by your teacher for being that mechanism for giving you the subject knowledge or giving you the feedback that you need, and which is so important for teaching and learning. We haven't just decided to use Zoom just so that we can talk to the little blank screens. We've chosen to use the real-time lessons because it will really affect your work, and we need to have that communication with you if that's the idea that we want from your real-time lessons. Whereas your recorded lessons, obviously they've got the massive advantage of being able to pause, you'll be able to go back, you can access them at a time that is most suitable for your family and your family needs. There's lots of ways. So hopefully I just wanted to give you that little insight into why we've got different things going on for your remote provision at the moment, so you can see the reasons behind that. Now, all of that brings us to the subject of engagement. And engagement is incredibly important. We need you to be professional learners and engage in the things that your teachers are taking time to do. So I want to say a massive well done to all of those people who are engaging 5 lessons a day, 5 days a week, because you are amazing. You are using grit and your responsibility to really make a difference to your learning. And I just wanted to show you a couple of things there. So we've got our graphs to show you just how many hours we have spent on SAM Learning, and we've also got a grid there that tells you that Evie, Kira and Olivia are our top podders. They use GCSE Pod that amount of times this year so far, which again is their responsibility and showing true determination to continue to be professional learners despite not being in the building. Now, engagement is so important at every level, whether you're in year 7, whether you're in year 8, whether you're in year 9 and just about to choose your options, year 10 starting out your GCSEs, or year 11 when clearly we need to be, as your teachers, collecting that evidence to support the grades that you are going to be getting at the end of this year. You are the only ones that can help improve engagement. So if I'm talking to you now and you're thinking I haven't done as much as I possibly can do, then this is the time to change. You've got your pastoral phone calls every week. Some of you have had home visits. We've got videos on the school website and the Wyvern Academy channel. We've had pupils coming into school to get help with the IT systems. All of the support is there from all of your teachers every single day. So if there is anything that you need, or you still feel that you need, that would help with your engagement, you need to reach out to us, please, and you need to be telling us, because for those people that have taken their responsibility and taken the opportunities that we've given them, that has really helped improve the engagement and therefore improve your progress. Okay, you are still at school. and you are just in a different place, and we know that it's different. We're all coming to terms with how different this is, and the vast majority of you are engaging 5 days a week with 5 lessons, but some of us just need to just take a step back and really contemplate again what a professional learner is, and now's the time to do that as we go into our half-term holiday. So just to remind you, okay, these are our 3 strands to make sure that we get progress, whether we're in school or not. High quality teaching, high aspirations, and disruption-free learning. Giving yourself that opportunity to be that professional learner that we want you to be at Wyvern. You've got a whole host of dedicated staff here that are creating and producing the most amazing high quality lessons that are really leading to high quality learning when you are engaging in them. So please make sure that you thank your teachers, that you send work back to your teachers, and that you take your time to really understand the way in which we've set up this remote provision, because it will only benefit you. We want you to come back to school when the time is right, and we want you to feel that you are in control, that you've done everything you possibly can alongside the help and support of your teachers to make you the professional learner you are proud to be and we are proud to have at Wyvern. I hope you have a lovely half term when it comes. There are 3 more days, obviously today, Thursday and Friday, until that half term holiday, whereby obviously those of you who have engaged 5 days a week and 5 lessons a day, you need that break. You need to be making sure that you are doing all you can to come back to this idea of remote learning refreshed the 22nd of February, and then we can move to hopefully starting to get people back into school when the government decide the time is right, and starting to pick up with the live interactions that we're so missing at school. So enjoy the rest of your day. Keep being professional learners, keep taking the opportunities, taking the support that you need to engage in your studies.